Hi everyone, welcome to Brave the Adventures with me, Hayley.
And me, Rob. Really good for you to join us today.
Yeah, and it's been a while, and we just wanted to start this video. Really, you'll have seen from the title of our video, Break the Adventures, that it's not been quite the start to our theme park year that we were hoping, and we want to come on to this video today and be quite open and honest about that today. And just to thank you all really for sticking with us. We weren't intending to be this quiet for this long, but things have happened that have changed how we've started the year, and will change probably how we approach our year going forward. So to our new watchers and new subscribers, welcome, and to those who've been with us a while, welcome back.
Yeah, it's really
So
good to
yes,
have you join us. As I said, we've not got off to the best start. I've had quite a major accident a couple of months ago, which has resulted in some major surgery to my hip, hence the crutches. So, as Haley said, we're having to really rethink our theme park schedule this year. We're still hoping to get out to a number of parks, and we're going to go through what those parks are now. But we're going to have to tackle this in a bit of a different way, because of my injury, really, which is a bit of a pain. But at the same time, it's allowed us to have a bit of a think about accessibility in theme parks, which we've luckily not really had to think about before. Having to think about it now, which is a little bit difficult, but actually it is helping us have that kind of overview of what accessibility means to different people and what rides are accessible and what theme park days may look like going forward.
yeah, and we've also been talking about certain rides and attractions at parks that we're very familiar to, like Blackpool or Efteling, things that we want to revisit, but actually attractions that maybe we've missed out or not given much attention or time to, that actually now might form quite part of our day, whilst Rob's accessibility is obviously hindered a little bit. Um, as I said, it's been really hard, and I think we've always prided ourselves on being really honest as a channel. Um, Recently, I took a solo visit to Orlando to the Disney World parks. Rob was obviously not able to attend that, and we'd completely intended to showcase that visit for you and to do a lot of on-camera footage and being completely honest with everything that Rob has been through and the difficulties and the challenges that that's been. Um, I just didn't feel in the right headspace really to be able to bring that on camera footage to you.
And that is
Um,
really sad, isn't it? I mean, it's sad for me to think that you didn't feel you could do that, but we'll definitely make up for it. This
yeah, and I think for anybody who, when roller coasters and theme parks are your thing, not being able to do them is so difficult. We see a lot of fellow theme park enthusiasts who find the winter months, particularly here in the UK, really challenging because our parks don't open. So knowing that that had been extended for you this year has been quite hard. What I will say is, obviously, I did manage to have an amazing time in Orlando. It's impossible not to, and it does take you away from any of the rubbish that's going on in the world. Absolutely fantastic operations. All four of the parks just running so well. I did capture lots of footage on rides at Disney, which we're going to be saying goodbye to this year. So, for those people who are Disney enthusiasts, there's quite a lot of change going on at the Disney World parks this year, and we're losing some absolutely epic nostalgic rides, including Muppet Vision. We're seeing a retheme of Rock and Roller Coaster, which is one of my personal favourites, and we're also going to see a huge redevelopment of the Rivers of America over in Magic Kingdom, which for me is an absolute travesty. It's something that's been part of my childhood, and losing that and the Liberty Bell boat is going to be really hard. So I have captured lots of footage on that, and as those closures start to happen throughout the year, we will be putting a video together of a bit of a montage of goodbyes for those. One thing that I did manage to capture on video for footage, which we will be covering in the channel, is a room review of one of the most recently renovated Disney World properties, which is the Port Orleans French Quarter, which is really, really popular moderate resort. I was lucky to stay there a week after the renovations were completed, so really excited to bring you a room review of the Port Orleans French Quarter's new rooms in the next couple of weeks. And then hopefully we're going to start our reintroduction into theme and attraction park life with some videos for you.
We are hoping to get back to Blackpool Pleasure Beach, which is obviously where we started the channel. It's somewhere that we absolutely adore. There's again been lots and lots of changes this year in Blackpool. The park themselves have been brilliant at keeping us up to date with what those changes are going to be. We're going to see a bit of a limited ride lineup compared to what we are used to. So Skyforce, for example, is not going to be operating this year, along with the Eddie Stobart Convoy ride, which we absolutely adored, Hayley.
I'm so glad that we got on that, because it was brilliant. You get to see so much of the park on that.
It was so good. So that's, and then a couple of other minor attractions are not going to be working. And our beloved River Caves is still going to be standing but not operating. And we think actually for the remainder of this year, it's going through a total retheme by the look of it, which is actually really, really encouraging. And Pleasure Beach have been really good this year at actually keeping us up to date. And also the newly relaunched and rethemed Launchpad, as it's going to be known. So it was originally the PlayStation The Ride, then it became Ice Blast, the S&S Shot Tower, which has had a new cylinder fitted, a new theme, looks amazing. It's still covered in scaffolding, but we hope to get that up and running certainly by the Easter is what I'm thinking. Don't know about you, Hayley.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly looks like that scaffolding is almost ready to come down from what I've seen on the pictures. And it looks taller. It can't be taller, but it looks taller.
It does.
I can't wait to get back.
It's that red, white, and colour scheme as well. It looks so good and it fits so well with the other rides in that area as well. So we're really looking forward to that. Obviously, with my accident, we're going to have to seriously reconsider what we're doing. There'll be many rides that I won't be able to go on currently. It's just not safe. Hayley absolutely will be riding, and I'll hopefully be getting some really good off-ride footage as well whilst we're there. We're staying at the Boulevard Hotel this time. We have had to change to an accessible, friendly room. And just to say, the hotel guest services have been amazing with that room change as well. So not going to impact too much, but it will be a little bit different to our previous experiences in Blackpool. But for me, it just cannot wait. First of all, to leave this house, but secondly, to get back to somewhere which it means so much to me. And I know it does, Hayley, and so many people around the country. And it's going to be, I think, a really exciting couple of years for Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Some really exciting announcements to come. So yeah, roll on.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And I think, there's lots of other Blackpool enthusiasts that watch our channel. So, help us out here. We're very new to navigating the theme park world post hip surgery and recovery. So please do let us know in the comments if you yourself have maybe recovered from an injury and any rides that you found particularly accessible, or any that Rob really should stay clear of. It would be really helpful for us to be able to both have some insider knowledge before we go, and also to bring that back when we come back from our visit to Blackpool in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that the back row, the big one, will not be happening anytime.
I don't think that's going to be happening. No, not for a while. No, definitely not. Unfortunately, your health
might correct my issues.
Yes, it might do. It might do. There are other parks that we've had to kind of knock on the head visiting this year. We were hoping to get over back to Orlando for the opening of Epic Universe, and we're just not going to be able to achieve that with just taking everything at a bit more of a slower pace and having time to enjoy kind of other attractions and to prioritize those. But we've already booked to go back over to Alton Towers, and there'll be some great rides I'm hoping for you to get on over there.
But let's hope the Sky Ride's coming through for us, because if not, I won't be doing much of it, because it's such a huge park to get around. And for people with accessibility needs, that Sky Ride is much needed. So please, hopefully that'll be back at the start of the season. We'll find out soon.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's worth I know we've discussed before and seen lots about the issues with kind of getting ride accessibility passes at the Merlin parks. It will be interesting to see whether we have any option of one of those for you. Certainly Blackpool have been incredibly supportive with their version of the Easy Pass, and we're just waiting to get that confirmed for you. So we'll be able to cover in the channel as well how to use that Easy Pass, which is something that actually was suggested to us by Central Reservations at Blackpool. So definitely something to look at if you're in a similar situation or have got any kind of mobility issues. And then what other plans are we hoping for this year?
So, something that Haley and I booked way before all of this happened was a trip to LA, which is so exciting. It's the 70th year
Yep.
of Disneyland. I'm just making sure I got that right, otherwise, life wouldn't be worth living. And what this time has allowed me to do is read lots, and both of us have got a copy of this and reading up on Disneyland. It's a park I visited when I was cabin crew years ago. It's a park which I have really fond memories of. It's the original. I mean, that's all there is to say about that, really. We've also got Disney's California Adventure next door, which has been through lots and lots of changes. Unfortunately, we're not going to get on Superstar Limo.
Oh, if only. I wish Superstar. Why were we not able to visit this in the days of Superstar Limo, which I've
Imagine
got a
that.
little bit obsessed with. I can't lie. But we will get to do the Monsters Inc. version of this ride.
Will.
And that will be an experience in itself. And I'm really excited about riding Incredicoaster there because it's such a symbolic image of that DCA park, which does get a lot of flack. But it'll be a great part to tick off and some extra ride credits for us to experience. I cannot wait.
Definitely. Really looking forward to that. Also, whilst we're in LA, we're going to look at doing, well, we're definitely going to do Knott's Berry Farm because we're staying in Anaheim. So we're just a short walk. We can actually walk from the hotel to Knott's Berry Farm, which is brilliant.
But we hope you can walk. Let's fingers crossed here.
A bit hopeful there. Yeah, to forget. Yeah, so yeah, hopefully we'll be able to walk there. But if not, there is free shuttle transport from the hotel to Knott's Berry Farm, which again is somewhere I visited years ago. It'd be great to get back there. And another park or another two parks, definitely one of them, but we're not sure which. Maybe you can help us out with this. So we've got Universal Hollywood, which is the original Universal Studios theme park up in LA itself. It's smaller than the Orlando version. It does have, however, the backlots tour where you go around and see various sets from the films, which is brilliant. Or what we'd really like to do is Six Flags Magic Mountain, which is a bit of a trek actually from where we're staying. So it might be a little bit difficult to get to, but some absolutely world-beating coasters over there. Again, in my current state, it's very unlikely that that is going to be an option, I would think. Universal Studios has got a lot more rides that are accessible, so we'll probably stick to Universal Studios. But if you've got any strong thoughts, if you've been to either of those parks, which one we should definitely visit or which one we should avoid, then please do let us know in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to be a great year. We're going to get out and do as much as we can and bring as much of our adventures back to you. We're not going to let the kind of sad events that have happened this year stop us. But just having a lot more opportunity to kind of take things in these parks. Sometimes the atmosphere is and the people are just as important as the ride experiences themselves. So cannot wait to get back out and really experience lots of familiar favourites, but also some really new ones. I think if we could squeeze anything else in, I would obviously love to get back to Efteling this year.
Oh yeah, I
How
mean,
about you?
Efteling was absolutely the highlight of our year, doing our theme park visits. We've got a couple of videos out, well, 4 videos actually from our Efteling trip up on the channels. Please do check those out. It's a truly magical park. So yeah, it is amazing. There's some amazing dark rides there as well. So in terms of accessibility, it is again an accessible option.
And it's such a people-friendly park, Efteling, that I would imagine, and we don't, again, we just don't know this because it isn't something we took for granted before. I would imagine that there is some fantastic opportunities out there to support people who need to have rides made more accessible and to be inclusive of the park. So I know we've got some brilliant Dutch followers and Efteling fans within our subscribers. So please do let us know what you would recommend and how that scheme works, because that would be incredibly helpful and valued by us, because it might get me to persuade Rob to come back this year to Efteling. Not that I think he needs a huge amount of persuading.
A bit of cheering up, I think, could go a long way at the minute, and Efteling certainly does that. It's a park where you just step out of the everyday, and everyone is so friendly, and the park itself is absolutely stunning. So yeah, I'd love to get back there, but we'll see, I guess.
And we've got Grand Efteling Hotel coming up imminently.
This huge brand new hotel offering right at the entrance to the park. It looks absolutely amazing. So yeah, that's going to increase their hotel offer there. So that would be an absolute wonderful place to stay, I think.
shows just how popular that park is
Yeah.
getting. You know, it's becoming a more than just a day. We did 3 days. I could have easily done a week, I think, in Efteling alone.
I could live
Just
there.
live there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just live there.
absolutely. Just live there. And, you know, you get a lot of comparisons to Disney about Efteling, and having been to Efteling and Disney World in close succession, they're both magical. They're not comparable. It's so different, lighting packages and operations, but both just incredibly sublime. Absolutely love them both. So yeah, lots going on for us. We apologise for the silence, and we hope that you'll stick with us and see how this year pans out. It's going to be a different adventure for us, but one that we're both really looking forward to. We thank you all for hanging with us, and we hope to continue growing our channel. It was always an aim for us to grow this year and hopefully get to our first 1,000 subscribers. We haven't kind of really made much inwards with that because we just haven't been present. So we would be so grateful if you could share us and subscribe if you haven't. Yeah, we would be so grateful. So thank you ever so much. We have enjoyed breaking the adventures with you today, but we will be
Literally.
braving the adventures again with you very soon. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.